Hi there, welcome to Boxbread. I'm just going to give this video really to air some thoughts and opinions on an issue. I just finished watching a really good video by Dwyer. He's recently posted, basically exposing Larry Merchant and HBO and their bias. And I put the link down in the description, and it's in my favourites if you want to check it out. I actually do advise you check it out. It's a good video. And but I was left thinking, why should I cast judgment on a US broadcaster's shortcomings when there are problems in my own backyard here in the UK, Just to give you some bit of background information to support my point, my father, as much as I love him, is cynical. Being Welsh, obviously I support the Welsh rugby team and my family does. And Wales have just won the Six Nations rugby tournament. They were unbeaten and won every game. Now, about halfway through that tournament, after we beat England, I called my dad up and I said, "What do you think of the game, Dad? Pretty good, eh?" And his response was, well, they're okay. I think that people are bigging them up a bit too much, making them out to be better than they are, really." And that's my dad, That's my dad all over. That's the way he is. For all the years, if Wales are doing really badly, they're terrible, they're a waste of time. All the years growing up where Wales were winning a wooden spoon every other year. But if they're winning and they're doing really well, then there must be some reason why they're allowed to win, It can't be because they just simply have worked hard and they're good enough to be there and they really we deserve to celebrate type thing. And this is how I see Jim Watt, part of the Sky team. In a way, he commentates for Sky Sports. He's the Scottish guy, commentates for Sky Sports, if you're not sure who he is. And I'm not going to get too worked up. It's just something I've really noticed over time. He's so negative and biased towards UK fighters. It's unreal. And it just gets my goat, like, every time I watch a UK fighter mostly go overseas to fight like a for the world title. He's just always negative. He covered the Macklin and Martinez fight on the weekend, and before the fight had begun, he was writing Macklin off, which is I expected that. But in the first few rounds, he was just so negative, as if Macklin was just not in the fight at all, and that Sergio Martinez was completely superior and Macklin had no chance, and what was he doing there, type thing. Everything Macklin did was wrong. Every time Macklin landed a punch, he'd say nothing. Every time, or Martinez defended really well there. And when Martinez caught Macklin, it's like, oh, Macklin's terrible, he's getting caught, he's hurt. This type of thing, and I just really want to make a point. Like, early in that fight, I noticed it, so why can't he notice it? I'm not trained to commentate. I'm just a boxing fan like you. I'm not specifically have particular experiences that were like Jim Watt was a world champion or whatever. He should know this stuff. Ironically, before the fight, Sky Sports advised Macklin's key to victory was to feint. Because of Martinez's style, you have to feint. Yeah? He uses his feet for defense, so you have to feint to throw him off his rhythm, and throw him off his timing, throw him off, and then you keep feinting, and then all of a sudden you throw. And that's your best chance. Well, Macklin was doing this early in the fight. And he was doing it really well, and that's why the fight was so close, because particularly in the early rounds, he did a good job, and he stayed with Martinez. But Jim Watt just didn't notice anything like this. Everything Macklin did was wrong, particularly in the first half of the fight. He was just so negative. He just will not support the UK fighter, and it reminds me of my dad. And it only seemed like later in the fight when he realised Macklin wasn't going anywhere. And obviously he got knocked out in the end of the 11th. But in the second half of the fight, Jim Watt sort of started to acknowledge the fact that Macklin was doing some good work. And it just it seems like Adam Smith is sat next to him, trying, really wanting to, go against what he's saying, but he's too scared to because he doesn't want a contradicting view on the channel, on the broadcast team. It's just something I really need to just put out there, because I don't know how you guys feel, but Jim Watt has some value in his commentating. He does say some valuable stuff away from the bias, but I find him so biased against British fighters. I find him so negative and dreary and just... even if a fighter doesn't have a lot, is not given a lot of chance, at least acknowledge the stuff he's doing well. And for him not to acknowledge that shows me, to me, maybe you might think I'm wrong for saying this, but to me it shows that he has a lack of knowledge, or he lacks something there. He lacks understanding of boxing, really, because you should be giving the full respect to a guy who's worked so hard, who's a quality boxer like Macklin, and Darren Barker, quality boxer. Just because they're British doesn't make them, have to be worse or unexpected to win. I'm not saying be biased for them, just be equal and give them the due respect they deserve, and just mention them in the fight, the stuff they're doing well. Because there's plenty of stuff Macklin did well in that fight, or he would not have lasted till the end of the 11th round, early 12th. It's as simple as that. I know I've said this before, I've mentioned it before in one of my videos, and I had a few of you guys saying I actually like Jim Watt. That's fair enough, but I'll just say this, it seems like the British mentality is we like people who are cynical like that, who are negative about our British talent. I was discussing this on Twitter the other day. People saying about James DeGale, and saying that he said it before. In UK, we like losers. We loved Frank Bruno, who was for most of his career. It's not nice to say. He was a great, really nice guy and a real fan favourite, but he was a loser. He lost a lot of fights. He wasn't particularly successful. But if you look at, he was really popular because he was the underdog. We won't get behind people who have real talent and real, potential to be world class. In local communities we might, but if anyone shows any arrogance or confidence and belief in themselves, they're going against. They're just not. That's not the British way. That's not the way we think here in the UK. We have to be underdogs and be modest and I'll try my best. Why not just get out and say, yeah, I'm going to be world class. Yeah, I'm that good. I got confidence in myself. I'm not just arrogant. I'm confident, because I tell you what, now a confident person is going to be far better than a modest person who's unsure of themselves. That's all I really have to say on the matter. I just wanted to bring it up there. Just give my 2 pennies worth on the matter. But yeah, Jim Watt, I don't mind some of his commentating is like I say, valuable, but just the constant negativity towards British fighters, and I'm not particularly patriotic, what I'm saying. I'm not always biased towards UK fighters. I just think it's just if he was that biased towards an outside fighter, I'd still be having the same problem. I would notice it straight away. Anyway, check that Dwyer video out. Thank you for watching as always, guys. But please let me know what you guys think. Do you feel the same as me, or do you think I'm just talking shit? Thanks for watching.